So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 74 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, now Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get... And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 24, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now they're in the hurry-up. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Brady on the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Randy Gregory, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Randy Gregory drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 19-yard line. He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson, option right. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Now Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by a field goal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. Back to throw. Brady. Finding Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Up the gut, Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. To throw is Brady.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Now Brady. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Sucka. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Brady to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And, CD, we get to see the debut of the brand-new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.